Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are back on the pay to win account. Excited, we're going to try to get a couple more copies of Pippa. Thank you for joining me for the live stream. Today we're going to try to finish out Lucreta. We only have a couple days left to get our last 3 copies of Lucreta, and then we will be able to actually have her for the heroic ship. We are still a little bit behind. The heroic ship for Lucreta herself does have 12 days left. Start the stream. Yes, we'll start the stream. What's going on, Speedy? Let me know how the sound sounds. I did some filters. I did some mic adjustments. I did some stream adjustments to try to get better quality out of the picture, trying to get better quality out of the records, as well as getting rid of the clicking and the popping when it comes to the microphone itself. So the growth bundle, we are still looking to get a couple more copies of our friend Pippa here. That way we can build her out. Lucreta, we're going to finish. Zafria, we still don't have anything as of right now. So let's go ahead. We'll get into the summons right now. We ended at 31-20 on our last live stream. What's going on, Yorit? So let's go ahead. We'll use some of our stones first, which we only have 1. I've been pushing the faction towers, which we can look at in a minute, but I only have 1, which is a copy of Iran, so a very, very good copy there. Got quite a few rare stones, 12 in total. All right, so there is my 12 in total. Summons. This chest we're still waiting for. I believe this is going to be Taylene skin that you're actually going to be able to grab out of here, but we are still waiting to unlock this. So probably pretty soon. We do have 34 cards. We've gotten a couple cards through the event as well as a package that we bought. What amount of red chests can you get with the new reward system as free to play? And do you think it would be worth switching to red chests as free to play? Honestly, Sylvain, I would say absolutely 100% go with free to play. With the red chests. The red chests are the stopping point of this game, especially when you start getting to late game or end game. You will not have enough red chests to get all of these heroes up to plus 30 signature items. The red chests, dust will come in time. Dust comes from AFK rewards. A lot of chests, a lot of events give dust. Even a lot in the Misty Valley gives you a lot of dust. Red chest you are not going to get, which unfortunately... Yep, Daniel, I did go with a new setup, a little bit different. I think I might have to turn down the volume a little bit on the mic. It looks like it is coming in a little bit high, but I did apply filters to it, hoping that it'll be all set. What's going on, Dennis? Hey, I finally made it here. What's going on? Yes, with the new event, if you guys didn't see the video that we put out a little bit earlier from the test server, they redid the Champions of Esperia, and they redid... the twisted bounties. So this one, they're actually going to let you choose the item that you want, which is absolutely phenomenal. You can pick red chests out of there. You can pick primordial and amplifying emblems, but red chests are going to be the priority. Twisted bounties, you can actually switch all of this EXP into twisted essence as well as some other rewards, which are very, very cool. I was wondering if the old dimensionals will ever return for a short amount of time. I don't know. As of right now, Speedy, so the first one with SNK was, of course, Yukio. Yukio was purchased only just for the fact that he was the contract with SNK. So they said that you could only purchase him. That was the only option, was to purchase him. It said the stream ended. Yeah, red chest, absolutely. I'm not sure if there's something going on. The stream's still going. I'm not sure if something's going on with the actual stream itself. We'll have to check. We'll have to check after this. But let's go ahead. We'll do some summons. We have 9,000 diamonds here, so we'll do a couple summons here. I did get the copy of Iran. As you can see, we do have another copy of Damon, so we'll be able to add another star to him. Let me know if there's something going on with the stream, guys. Like I said, we changed up a couple things. What's going on, Javid? Thanks for joining us for the stream. So let's do a couple summons. Of course, we're still looking for Lucreta. Hoping that we can get some more copies. We still need 3 copies of Lucreta. All right, so fingers crossed, or 30,000 diamonds. 30,000 diamonds would be absolutely phenomenal. We still have never seen it. We've still never seen it. So let's take a look. First pull we get is Lucretia. One copy right off the bat, 10 Stargazer cards. We got a copy of her right there. So that's one. We need two. We need two. We need two copies of her. All right, so we got 24 cards. We need two copies of Lucretia. If we get two, I will be absolutely shocked. Not really a good pull there. We did get some rare cards, got some essence. So the final pull, which might be a copy of Lucretia, it is. Oh, no copy of Lucretia. All right, so we're gonna have to. It's gonna be very, very close because we have one more desired hero here. So let's still look for Pippa. Let's do the summons. Remember, we still need quite a few copies of Pippa to get her up and unlock the rest of her loot. They're just a couple rare cards from that pull. All right, then we do have, I hope we don't have to use all three pulls. I'm hoping this one will give us a Pippa, which it does not. All right, I'm thinking maybe let's go for Lucretia. Lucretia we can definitely use, so we'll use a couple diamonds there. Try to pull. We need two copies of Lucretia. No copies there, so we are going to be short on copies of her. All right, guys, we might have to buy a couple Stargazer cards is what I'm thinking. That way we can actually build up Lucretia because we need her before she's gone, essentially. There's a couple more rares, so we got one copy of her, so there is another copy. We can see if we can build anyone because that's quite a bit of food too, but we still need two more copies. Finally, a good time to watch it. Yeah, welcome to the live stream. This is the reason that I started doing a live stream on Sundays about this time, because I know this was very convenient for a lot of the viewers and a lot of players, especially in Europe, that the live stream. What hero for Ines and Albedo? Bowen, I put a video out yesterday, early yesterday, that has actually 8 different team comps depending on what relics you built within those team comps. So make sure you check it out. It'll go through there and kind of answer all of the questions that you have. So here, we could do a copy Stargazer cards and a summon. So that would give us 3. I think this one is the same package. I think that package is a little bit better than buying them here. Let's check out here, because if we did Lucretia here, get 30 Stargazer cards, and we do get quite a bit of experience too. So let's see what is going to be the better buy here. Are twins necessary? Yes, seen every time that I have seen the twins, it has been in a formation. I built the formations, if you look. So these are the 8 different team formations. I did not find a team that did not include the twins, except Iran, Drez, Cecilia, Saurus, and they actually used Rosaline instead of the twins. Every other formation does have the twins, which is kind of crazy. It's 8 p.m. in Lebanon. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good timing there. Hello, Michael. The monthly, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This seems better because we do get 10 more cards here. So looking at the heroic ship, and this is what I really look at. So we get the same amount of diamonds. We get 10 less cards. We do get a copy of her though. What's going on, Speedy? Buy Lucretia. Thank you for the super chat. Buy Lucretia. We want to buy Lucretia. The monthly deal seems better. So the monthly deal, the $99 deal for the heroic ship, right here, we do get the diamonds, we get Lucretia, we get 20 Stargazer cards, and that's it for the heroic ship. Here we get 10 more cards, plus we get the we get the bonus EXP. It makes sense. Let me see if it gives me the error. Sometimes I do get the error here. But there's one copy, so we need one. We got 4 summons, we need 1 copy of Lucretia. Speedy says she wants to see her completely done. We are going to be close, Speedy. I am hoping Fingers crossed, we have 3 summons and a 4th if we need it for our final copy. So we need 1 copy. Let's see if Speedy brings us the luck of our 1 copy. Let's see what we get. Maybe it'll be right off of the bat. First pull is, well, we did get a Graveborn card, but no Lucreta there. A couple more chests, which are always good. We can use more gold. We are always dead broke when it comes to gold. Second pull is a Mauler card. So again, no copy of Lucreta. If you guys have not used Lucreta inside of the Abyssal Expedition, she is able to solo teams by herself, which is kind of crazy to be able to solo teams. Third one, Lucreta, there it is. Big shout out to Speedy for the super chat. We have built her, so she will go to Ascended. All right, so now it begs the question, who next? We always look at the next hero. So even here, we do already have her signature item at plus 30. We are looking for her furniture. But that is another solid Ascended hero. Very, very cool to see. So she is done. That's 3. So now who is next is the question. Wukong, I'm not going to build out of the Stargazer because we do get him out of the Labyrinth Shop. Because remember, we do get a lot of bonus tokens. We are on VIP 14, almost 215 Orthos. So what's going on? Anthony, thanks for joining us. Zolrath or Orthos. I considered Zafriel, but I'm not quite too sure about Zafriel at this point. Seems like he's doing okay, which that gives us our little icon right there. So we'll go ahead, we'll pop that one up. I'm gonna replace Pippa here in our little avatars. So we got all 3 of those. So Zafriel's we're not going to be able to get Zafriel's avatar frame, unfortunately. I know that's kind of what I'm thinking. I am thinking Orthos, just because I know Orthos is very, very powerful. I know he does really, really well. So I'm thinking Orthos. Did we use all of our cards? We did use our cards. So now we're going to go for Orthos. So Orthos, let me make a note of that. Orthos, we will be the next one to build Orthos. Zolrath for PvP. Jailu, I don't really PvP. I know Orthos does especially well in PvP as well. I really don't PvP very, very much. So we're going to go for Orthos. So let me swap him in here right now. That way we know Orthos is going to be the next one. And I hope I did, like I said, I was doing a lot of adjustments to a lot of stuff. So you should no longer hear the mouse clicks. You should no longer hear the keyboard keys. A lot of that should be filtered out, so it should be a lot better and a lot smoother, just again with the streaming and with the voice. So Pippa, we need 1 more. We're gonna have to wait to build Sylvana, or not Sylvana, excuse me, Silas. It is going to be a little bit because we're gonna go ahead. I want to pull 1 more copy of Pippa, which of course we're gonna have to do 3. So this will be our Pippa copy, and there is our Pippa copy. Very nice. Won't use Khazard. Yeah, and that's what I've heard, Bloody Star, is a lot of people who have built Khazard, because even when it comes to kind of end game, most people only use Khazard with one specific lineup. And it seems like with a lot of heroes, Khazard has already been kind of replaced that I've seen. Even here, we're going to add our star to Pippa. Pippa, we're trying to get more loot, essentially, is what we're looking for here with Pippa, because now we get 6,000, which is absolutely awesome. We can continue. So with the reset, 47 days left, we could get 4 more copies. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could almost completely max out Pippa, which is cool. Is Lucreta doing good in PvE? Yes, Lucreta is doing very, very well in PvE. Once she kind of gets built, she's very, very hard to kill. Same with the Abyssal Expedition. In the Abyssal Expedition, she can solo teams by herself, which is absolutely crazy, but she can solo teams completely by herself. I've used her in a couple. Even on accounts where she's lower, Legendary Plus or even Mythic, she is still doing exceptional in PvE and doing exceptional in the Abyssal Expedition. We're already up to level 336. We're catching the main account. We are catching my main account fairly quickly, which is kind of crazy. So more Poke Coins there, which we'll use in just a minute. And from the store, of course, we bought our regulars. Guild store, we are going to pick up the hat. So what I do for this one is make sure that we save, I save 9,000. 9,000 is kind of the sweet spot of where we sit for the gear, the dimensional gear that we're trying to build. Remember, we did not buy Ainz's dimensional gear. We've been building it. So now we do have two pieces. We have the boots and the hat. We just need the weapon and the armor, and he'll be pretty much done for gear. Just have to level it up. What is this game? This game is AFK Arena. Please recommend me the best initial furniture wish list. A lot of it, Constantine, is pretty much we went with the lockout team. Pharrell does really well with furniture. Nara does really well. Damon, Isold, absolutely amazing. Taylene, amazing with the furniture as well. Rowan, a lot of people don't choose Rowan off the bat, but I love his heal over time. Iran does good with the furniture. Both Tassie and Leica do really well. So there's a lot of heroes. If you go and you check out Reddit, Reddit has a ton of information. When you actually get on Reddit, the second little tab is guides. You can go through and look at the guides, and all of the tier wish lists are in there for what you need to build, and really depending on your heroes. Yeah, the Oak Inn or the Whale Inn, depending where you live. So let's pop open all of the stuff we got here from Stargazing. This is another reason why a lot of players like the Stargazer, is as you can see, we got 3 more elites and some more food there. So copy of Savannah, so some food, which is good. More food there. Light Bear is another food. So we got a lot more food out of the Stargazer. And we did finish Lucreta thanks to Speedy. All right, we'll pop open our gold here. Then we do have a couple more stones, which is Ogie. So again, more food here, rare stones, more food. All right, so let's see who we can build here. So another food for the Maulers. All right, Furry Go Oak Inn. Let's go check out the Oak Inn. We have a lot of coins here. We've been saving a lot. Should I ascend Rosaline or Gwen in chapter 24? I would go with Gwen. Even though Rose is really, really strong, depending on the team comp you're using, if you're using Rosaline in team comps, I would go Gwen. So here we have 73 pieces already. We have 18,000 to use here with 1 card on the table. The wish list still kind of staying the same. We want Pharrell up there. We need a couple more cards. We can max out Damon. We already have Isold built. Yeah, all the stones are food, Javid. Yeah, food for pretty much every faction. Ainz still looking for furniture, of course, as well as Albedo. Pippa, we still have in here. So let's just go ahead. We'll stick with this. Lucretia is in there as well, which we have to add her here as well, which would be nice. Getting Lucretia in here, very, very powerful. This, we can drop Oden in there too. We didn't have Oden in here. But inviting the heroes in here increases their power, just absolutely dramatically increases the power that they get when you put them in default wallpaper. Oh, these, yeah. Out of the wallpaper, another room is under construction. Let's find where the room is. So we were working on Estrilda's room, but we'll go back to Lucreta. Lucreta, you know how much gold chests and poke coins you get from the new Champions of Esperia? No, Speedy, I haven't added up exactly how much you get, because essentially with the new Champions of Esperia in here, when you get them, Speedy, the amount that you get here is based on your perk level. So if someone's at perk level 1, they're going to get a lot less resources than being at perk level 5. So depending where you're at for the perk level will result in more or less resources depending on where you're at. So that kind of makes a difference, Speedy, of where you're going to be at. So let's see, let's put Lucretia in here just as the priority. I believe we might have a couple pieces for her. We already have two. We already have 2 pieces for Lucretia. I thought we had a couple. So let's open up the rest of her room. In here, let's see. Enemies have used their ultimate ability for a combined number of 2 times the effect caused by the flames of the ability Hellfire are strengthened. Enemies that are damaged by the flames have their energy recovery rate reduced by 50%, which is very, very powerful. Her furniture is awesome. This is the big one though for Lucretia, 9 of 9. As you can see, when they use their ability 7 times, so 7 ultimate ability, the Hellfire are strengthened and they no longer disappear, meaning the rest of the fight, she will have the ability Hellfire on her, which is very, very strong. Enemies that are damaged by the flames will be unable to use their ultimate ability, so adding in a disease kind of portion to it, which again is very cool. All right, so let's do our summons here. Damon is my new Sophia. Yes, Damon is an absolute beast. Pippa for AE, what's a good replacement for twins? For the twins, it's really tough. I would go with either Rowan or Rain, depending who you have built. Got a red little twinkle there, which is Leica. Leica's furniture, remember, her 9 of 9 allows her to pretty much double attack, which is really strong. Yeah, Hills, you don't have any of the twins built, or is it just lower? Because essentially in the Abyssal Expedition, if you don't have the twins built, you can sub in, I mean, build more relics to, I guess, kind of do better. So Lucretia, I believe that might be her 3-piece. You might have Lucretia's 3-piece right there. Can you show us your main account? Not right now, Sanine. Just because it takes a lot to log over. This is actually on Google. My main account is on the iPad, so it's a little bit different and it takes a while. What heroes are the first to focus on free to play? A lot of the common free-to-play heroes are Iran. A lot of people focus on. A lot of the wilders. Tassie does well with furniture. Leica does well with furniture. So even looking through the wish list, there's quite a few heroes that Isolde with furniture is really good, especially because it's a lot easier to build them now because you can do desired summons. So again, Iran does well as free to play. Tassie, Leica does well with furniture. Even looking here again, Isolde does really well. If you're building any of the God tier comp, does good. Rowan does well. Cecilia does really well with furniture. There's a lot of heroes to really choose from. So I would look at the priority list and look at exactly what heroes you have, what heroes you can put in here, because I don't want you to build a bunch of heroes in here essentially and not have an option to get the furniture essentially. Make sure it's heroes, especially as if you're free to play, that you're building heroes that you can use, which again makes sense, but make sure that you're using heroes that you're going to use. Are you able to sell your duplicate? It just sucks when you get the same. Kraken, you can actually upgrade your furniture. I don't know if you've noticed. So if you have duplicates of furniture, you can actually upgrade the furniture. When you upgrade the furniture, it gives more stats. So you can strengthen the hero furniture. So if I have one piece, let's say I had a duplicate piece here, it'll actually give the furniture a +1. Kraken, as you can see there, +1. After Leica used, the hero attack speed is increased by 3.1. So adding this +1, so essentially leveling up my furniture, which I think I have a piece on Tassie. Leveling up the furniture, you can get more stats. Thought we had a piece here that was already +1. So it does give you more stats. So as you continue and as you get more duplicate pieces, you can use them. Essentially, you can use them, which I was almost positive that we had one that was already strengthened. But you can use the strengthened ability, like I said, if you have two pieces of the same, you can level up the furniture. So if I pick this one, nope, we don't want to take it out of a room, but you can strengthen the furniture. So it's very, very, very cool to see. The God comp, can I replace Mahira with Heinz? SS, so if you don't have Mahira in the God comp, most players will replace Mahira with Cassie. Cassie is a good replacement for Mahira because of the crowd control. She has very, very similar crowd control to what Mahira has, except with Mahira's ult, they attack themselves. Pippa or Nomura? Right now, I would probably go Pippa. It seems Pippa Tassie are really good. Nomura is going to be easy to get over time, and also easier to get when it comes to the shop. Nomura you can get from the shop, so that's going to be easier to get. Don't you use cards for 3/3, only 9 of 9? Yes. Yep. So what I do, what Mick is talking about, is when you have cards right here, we leave them on the table because essentially these, you can get duplicate furniture pieces. So if I summon, let's say, Leica all the way up to 6 of 6 or 7 or 6 of 9 or 7 of 9, if I keep summoning for Leica, I can just start getting duplicates here, meaning that you'll just essentially accumulate cards that you're not going to use because they're duplicates. These cards that you use will not be duplicates. So when you do the order form with these cards, they are not duplicates. So essentially, just like we've seen before, when we get a hero to 6 of 9, just like Damon and Rowan here, I'm going to save 3 of my red cards to go ahead and get them to 9 of 9. And then once they are 9 of 9, I will completely drop them out. We're not going to use the cards to take Albedo or Ainz to 3 because you want to save them, making sure you're not getting the duplicate cards. Essentially, that's really the big thing. You don't want to get duplicate cards unless you're looking for them. So if you're looking to get duplicate cards and essentially strengthen the cards you have, if that's specifically you're far enough that that's what you're building, you definitely can. My 9 of 9 was Tassie. Yes, Speedy, my first 9 of 9 was Tassie as well. What do I do for a living? I run a bank. Actually run a bank. My first, I got 6 of 9. Yeah, Tassie. It seems like a lot of people. What's going on, Croatia? 1, 2. I have 10 cards. I'm waiting for someone to get to 6 of 9. You might want to wait a little bit. Are you sure you want to level Pippa his furniture? I'm still on the fence with Pippa. It seems like Pippa will do really, really well, as you can see. It seems like Pippa's furniture is going to be pretty strong. It seems like overall. So essentially taking the ultimate of the 3 heroes and adding a stronger buff into it. So even here, so if Pippa uses Tassie's ultimate, the enemy will lose 20 energy points every 0.5 seconds of sleep. That's pretty big for energy mitigation. If it's Nomura's ultimate, they create not only the ultimate for the healing, but a shield. And then Arden, of course, will lightning bolt. Then here, the 9 piece for Pippa is strong as well. Pippa gains 80 energy point every time another hero uses their ultimate, and her attack rating is also increased by 10% permanently up to 12 times. One question, is Iran worth going to SI level 30? 100%. Iran is one of the very first heroes to a plus 30 signature item. Taking his freeze from 2 seconds to 4 seconds, he is priority. He is the first hero we took to a plus 30. Essentially, when is Silas coming out? Silas a lot should be Tuesday. So if Lilith stays or continues on the same path that they've been doing, not going for Silas furniture, I will, Speedy, eventually. Focusing really on the heroes we have now. Silas, again, I know we built a little bit for Pippa. Even here, in 22 days, I can get copies of Silas, which we probably will because Pippa's already so high, and we already got Pippa out of the heroic ship. If you guys haven't realized, I'm a collector. The frames, the skins, a lot of different things I like. Do you know when they released the Taline skin? Taline skin, Dennis, they were saying Christmas is what people are thinking, that this chest is going to contain the skin for Taline, and it is going to be a holiday skin. It is what's rumored. I get all my rumors either Discord or I get them from Reddit, are kind of the two. So let's look through the heroes we have here. Still have a ton of Oscars. Only one food, but look at Belinda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Belinda's already at Legendary Plus. No one for food here. Still got Thane, still got Rain. All right, so let's see. With all the food we pulled from them stones, we should have something. We have 1, 2. Only have 2. I have a lot of copies of Inoki. I have a couple there. SI 30, I went Rowan, Pharrell, and Saurus, then Iran, Leica. Yeah, Rowan is always a good choice first. Rowan, I would say Rowan, Iran, Saurus are probably the first 3 you really want to focus on, because Rowan with the potions, really big improvement. Iran with, if Iran is your carry, plus 30 signature item for him priority. Saurus has to have it. Saurus really does have to have his plus 30 signature item to heal the team, which is very, very vital. Namora all the way across the board. Here, so we have 1. Oh, they didn't combine. Didn't combine my other Ogi. So Iran, we already have maxed with Saurus. So we have 1 copy there. 2, 3. So we only have 3 copies there. But we're going to have to figure out who we're going to build. Lorzen we were building, which, I mean, we still have enough. Just need a little bit more food. The story of our lives. Can you please change the live title to Lucreta finish? I can. Right now, I don't want to mess around with it because I don't want it to throw things off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 copies. Look at that. Cathar will build. I promise. Everyone says this. Is Rowan still my favorite? Yes. Rowan is 100% my favorite hero. All right. So food here. We have Torn. We have Torn. I think we're still building Torn. So even as far as food, we have a ton of Isabellas. We don't have any. We have no Graveborn food. A ton of Thorin, Grez, ton of Isabella, got Torn. Just need food. Essentially food again. Can you use tree as food? No, we're waiting for an Almas rework. I think it's coming soon. Yes, Mystical, I know you love Cathar. Cathar we will build soon. We just need food. I'm saving all of these heroes because just like we seen with Oden, I got Oden from Mythic. We got food. We took him up to 4 stars. So almost maxing him out with 4 stars, which essentially here, because I could do 2 for Legendary Plus, 2 more for Ascended, 4 stars with Cathar. So essentially when we get food, which comes pretty quick, when we get food, we'll build all these heroes. Torn has been doing exceptionally well in the Abyssal Expedition as well. Here, we're going to build Orthos. Orthos is the next one we continue to build. And here we got Lucreta done. All the dimensionals, which are pretty maxed out right now, which is good. Watch Almost get an Overpower rework. Yes, we seen the same thing, Yorit, with Screg. Screg was the biggest one. So as most people know that have been playing the game for a while, Screg was 100% unanimously food. So was Rain. Rain was 100% unanimously food across the board. Screg overnight got the rework. He was one of the original, one of the first reworks. When they reworked Screg, everybody absolute scattered to build him because he's super, super powerful, as we've seen now. But back then, nobody built him. He was the food for Brutus, mainly. Once you said you were in the U.S. Forces for 8 years. What's my favorite Army movie? Ooh, that's tough. My favorite military movie, Full Metal Jacket, always comes to mind. There's a lot. Black Hawk Down is good. There's been a lot of really, really good military movies. All right, so signature items. So let's see. I think we're still going to build out Albedo. I think we're going to finish out Albedo. Albedo, Ainz is already at his plus 30. Because Arthur, we still want to build. It's tough because I think we have Pharrell, I think is pretty close. 21. Damon would be good. Oden, I know we still have to build his signature item kind of at all, which we will. Where can I find the SI priority list? Demon Fox, if you go to my main page, there's actually one right there. I know it doesn't include, I think, the newest 2 heroes. Look at the signature items. This is why I'm thinking with the new Champions of Espria that is coming out, possibly the first month when we pick it up is to go with amplifying emblems. So actually going with amplifying emblems versus red chest, just because look at the lineup of heroes. I think I have one that needs red chest right now. Everybody else is either the regular emblems. We're actually leveling up Rose with the amplifying emblems, but amplifying emblems across the board, I need a ton. What is your opinion on Ainz as a carry for a new account? Ainz will work really well, especially with a new account. The big thing with Ainz is you do have to keep him protected. That's kind of the big thing with Ainz. You do have to completely get him protected. Rose, we're going to level up because we want the attack and defense rating increased by 30%, which is very, very strong. And then we'll go with Oden because we know we want to build him. I'm not going to have any resources for Silas. We might have to pick up some resources when we pick Silas up, essentially. What's going on, Sonorez? Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish out. I think we have enough to finish out. Albedo, we have enough. I usually wait for the emblems of space, but the reason that we're not waiting for these emblems is we still have Arthur to build. Remember, they give you 50 emblems of space a month, meaning that when we're building Arthur, he's probably months out from having the signature item completed. So it's still going to be a while. So that will increase her. During battle, the attack rating of all dimensional heroes are increased by 15% for every dimensional hero that is in the allied formation, up to 3 times. So running her with Ainz essentially gives them both a nice attack rating boost, which is good. Not so good pay to win heavy. Albedo, Arthur, Ainz, Ezio, and Twins. Yes, that's a good one. Silver's one that I've kind of tweaked is dropping out Ezio in that team comp and actually going with Rowan. Seemed to work exceptional well with the Rowan twins as support. Again, just leaving Ainz as damage. If you had to rework a hero, it would be Almas. Almas I have always loved. Groot I have always loved. I think Almas definitely needs a rework. And Brutus, they would be kind of the 2 that I think really need a rework. Brutus, the skin for him is very, very cool, but nobody really uses him short of the immunity shield. So I would definitely like to see him reworked. Recently stumbled upon your channel. Thank you for the good content. Your thoughts on Ainz, really lacking a good carry. Yes, Ainz is an absolute carry, Pit Bandit, and welcome to the channel. Ainz, essentially, the team you have to build around Ainz is his survival. Silas should be out Tuesday. Yeah, I'm Groot. The only part that that he had to say, I think he had like 3 speaking lines in that. The Vault of Time, we're still just sitting on the boss. Vault of Time, I know some of you said Vin Diesel's I Am Groot. As you can see, down to 6% again. I think 6%. Look at the even. This is what we've been trying to accomplish. And really, 4 teams, 4 players, this is what you have to do. Keeping them absolutely as close as possible. So the Celestial and the Might heroes have quit attacking. The Sorcery heroes, players that have built the Sorcery tree, are stepping up the damage on Albedo to actually take her down. So very, very cool there. Hippo and Vulcan. Yes, Vulcan has absolute phenomenal content. I started watching him when I started playing. Very, very cool. Big shout out to Vulcan. Love his channel. Still watch a lot of his videos. Sometimes when I'm at work, which probably shouldn't, but sometimes when I'm at work. So there we picked up Heinz's. Not enough for a stone here, but the blue food is very, very tempting. Still saving for the labyrinth tokens, just essentially saving. That's it. So the King's Tower, as you can see, World Tree 305. We have made a lot of progression in the King's Tower. We're actually at the point of getting red chests. Again, Maulers just lacking. We're stuck at, there's 5 Stargazer cards. Here's a bunch of stones. Every 5 levels, it's a lot tougher. Here is a bunch of stones. So as we level up a little bit more, just like we did today, we should be able to overcome some of those tower floors and continue to work this further. The only hero I don't want them to rework is Brutus. Why? Why is that, Abram? Don't like Brutus? He's got absolutely no love for Brutus. But I've been running the tower. I was running the Wilder Tower this morning, as you can see. There's the tank relic. I think someone had questions about the tank relic. How does the tank relic work when there are multiple tanks? Yorit, they have said, and Lilith has spoken, if you are running the tank relic on multiple heroes, so if you have it on more than one hero, one tank relic will work, the other one will be rendered ineffective. So if you're running, again, 2 of them together, it's not going to do anything for you. Only run 1 tank with 1 tank relic because it is not going to do anything. You're it. Does Lords and Link work on the Ainz and Albedo boss? The Link does work, but it still mitigates the damage. So the big thing is you have to have essentially a group of players building the sorcery tree and a group of players building the celerity might tree to really make it work. Joshua, how do we unlock the heroic ship? The heroic ship is unlocked when you get 10 ascended heroes that are not dimensionals. Remember, in the ascended hero count, dimensionals do not count. So you do need 10 ascended heroes, and the heroic ship will unlock in the field of stars. Yeah, Brutus is very niche at a plus 30, especially having him heavily invested in, having his signature item, having his furniture. There's a lot of other heroes that really do take priority long before Brutus. So essentially, I would build a lot of heroes before I would build Brutus, essentially. Yeah, don't stargaze so early. I want to stargaze for Taline. I'm chapter 23. It's how many heroes do you have? That's always the general kind of rule of thumb when it comes to stargazing, is because, like I've said before, if you start stargazing too early, you're not going to be able to get the cards out of the faction towers. Essentially not getting Stargazer cards out of the faction towers. If you stargaze too early, you're going to, it's going to be a little bit counterproductive because you can't push the faction towers to pick up Stargazer cards that way. What artifact do you use with Albedo, Arthur, Ainz? Would you put tank relic on Arthur? I actually go with the vitality. So I do vitality on Arthur. I do vitality on Albedo. Ainz, I go with the regular. I go with the regular relic. So this is the same one. The I is what I put on Ainz. With that being said, though, the new relic, the new mage relic, will be out very, very shortly. It should be, I'm thinking, Tuesday. If Lilith stays true, it'll be Tuesday that the patch will drop, giving you the new mage relic. The new mage relic is going to be very, very powerful. I know a lot of people have kind of trashed it a little bit about it not being as strong, but wait until it releases on the test server. Very, very promising. It is going to be a very strong relic. Not only with the energy increase, is the attack that it brings as well. Yep, you did miss the summon. Sorry, board. We did them a little bit earlier. We finished out Lucreta. So we got Lucreta to Ascended. So Lucreta is all set at this point, board. Free to play, have I sended the Legendary Twins, Stargaze at chapter 26 or 27? Yeah, 1, 2. That's probably about the good spot to start stargazing, because even then your heroes are leveled up enough to really push through a lot of the tower, which is good. You can make a lot of progression through the tower. Even if your heroes themselves are not as strong, you'll still make good progression just because of the level of the heroes themselves. Did we finish Zephyriel? Lucreta, we did board. Zephyriel, I've never pulled a copy of. So on this account, we have 0 copies of Zephyriel. We have not seen him at all. Pippa, we added a star to as well. Is Chimera better than Oden? Sainin, that it's kind of difficult to say. Chimera, it depends if you're pay to win or if you're free to play. If you're free to play Chimera, 100%, I would build Chimera. If you're free to play, hands down, such a solid hero. As you've seen on the free to play account, we're into chapter 26 with Chimera as a free to play. Does well. It really depends on your play style, depends what heroes you have. Oden is strong, but Oden is a lot more niche hero than Chimera. Chimera is just kind of straight out damage, straight out DPS. As long as you can get her to ult, Chimera will do well. Does Lucreta gain energy whenever Taileen dies? Robert, I do not believe so. I have been told no, that when Taileen dies, the initial time she will get the energy, but every subsequent time, she does not. Yeah, that would be pretty powerful. Running with when Taileen died. Thorin's probably going to kill us all here. What usually happens at this point, usually if Thorin goes to ult, we'll take it off auto. Or there we can kill him before the ult. Am I ever going to use my lab coins to buy Chimera instead of saving for dimensionals? Jordan, not really. The big thing with Chimera is you can get her out of the desired summons if you want to build her. You can get her in the wish list over time. There's no scenario that I can see that you would really want to forego getting Arthur, getting the space emblems, getting the red chest if you're far enough, picking up Wukong versus getting Chimera. Chimera, they give you a lot of copies. You get, I believe, Chimera from chapter rewards. You get Chimera from I believe the Peaks of Time. I think the Peaks of Time gives you another copy of Chimera. So you get quite a few different Chimera copies, which is good. Did you get Lucreta to +30? Is there? Yes, I got her to +30. She is at a +30 right now. She does go to a +30 or +40. The Dimensionals, the Hypogeans, and the Celestials all go to a +40 signature item. But with that being said, to take a hero from a +20 to a +30 is 300 red chests. So we got 300 red chests there. If you're really looking to take a hero from 30 to 40 is over 1,000 red chests. So essentially, I would rather take a lot of heroes up to the +30 versus taking one hero to a +40. That's really far down the line of being a whale if you're taking heroes up to +40. Who to link Ainz and Albedo to? Really depends who you use, Owl. Depends what team comps you're using. Even here, I didn't link them with Iran. I linked them with Saurus because Saurus I usually don't run in team comps and I don't use him very much in the campaign. And then I did link them as well with Chimera. Chimera, again, not a hero that I'm using really in the tower, not really a hero that I'm using in the campaign. So very, very easy to link with those specific heroes. Like I said, I didn't link with Iran because Iran, running multiple teams in this campaign stage, I will use Iran in my teams regardless. There you go. So 1,050 red chests to go from 30 to 40. Is AFK your favorite mobile game? 1, 2, absolutely. This is the only game I play. As you guys know, in the past, I've played Clash of Clans. In the past, I've played Idle Heroes. I've played a couple kind of through the years, but this is the only game that I have. It's literally the only game. If you look even on my phone or my iPad, it is the one and only, as you can see there, AFK Arena. It is the one and only game that I have. It's the only one. The plus 35 stat can be good. The stat can be good, but that is a huge investment for possibly just a little bit more haste. The investment, I don't see the return on investment. But if I'm building heroes, if I'm building a lot of strong heroes, or just honestly just completely whaling it out, yeah, it could be beneficial definitely to get signature items higher. But for what I do and how I play, I don't put that much into the game that I would get essentially back my investment for taking heroes to plus 35. Hey, you're dropping 450 lab tokens per fight. I get the double bonus, so I get 100% bonus, which I can show you in a second, Miguel. Where I get all the tokens for. That's why I'm not really too concerned with picking up all the tokens or using all the tokens, because I get a lot more. As you see here, 25. This is from the monthly subscription card. The $3 monthly subscription card gives you the 10% bonus. This is from the Field of Stars. The 500 I get here is the bonus. So you'll only get 250 if you don't have the VIP level, which again, I'll show you in just a second. Right here, the VIP level, VIP 14, Labyrinth tokens increased by 100%. So where you're getting 250, I'm getting 500 Labyrinth tokens because of that. The double that it gives me, the 100% bonus for the VIP level. Yep, and the Field of Stars coupled with the subscription card gives you quite a few bonuses. When they were doing the double Labyrinth, we were actually getting 1,000 from the final one, which was awesome. So Labyrinth tokens add up pretty quick to buy this out. Usually I can buy all 4 of these and still have kind of a surplus of tokens left by the end of the month. Because right now I just bought the chest. I need another, what, about 10,000 or 109,000. We'll get there. We'll get there pretty quick. Even a spender doing signature 40 big waste. Yeah, Mick, that's kind of the big thing. It is very, very expensive if you're pushing to the plus 40 signature items. If you're putting, but for some whales that are putting thousands, I mean, literally thousands, Formatic, I always make sure that they have a relic or have an artifact, excuse me. So Lucretia will hop on real quick. I'll swap in an artifact. There is I, very, very strong. That way, when we go back and we go to Merc the hero here, you click it there. Now they'll actually receive it with an artifact. If you don't put it in here, they will not receive it with an artifact. Let's also check our list. Remember, 2 days is the drop off. So right here, 14 hours. So Damon's still good. So everyone is still good with the 2-day requirement. So we did that one. We did that. That gives us a couple more amplifying emblems. 5 more red chests, so that's pretty good because we just got 25 out of the Labyrinth. 5 more there, so another 30 red chests. Here we got another 10 stones, Champions of Esperia. Got another 5,000 essence, which is good. A couple more chests, a little bit more gold here to continue building this account. So we are doing very, very well. If I'm free to play, should I buy Ines or Athalia? Aziz. Cameron, absolutely Aziz. Out of the store, priority number 1. Athalia is good. Athalia, as free to play, is a huge, huge investment if you're looking to build Athalia. Not only do you have to have her signature item, her furniture plays a big part in her maximizing her damage. So if you're going to go ahead and build, Aziz has utility where Athalia, not really too much. If you were to spend money. So if you're putting money into this game, just like the video that I came out with this morning, the biggest one is the advancement rewards. We cannot see them here, but the advancement rewards are priority number one, followed by the monthly cards. These two monthly cards, the price for the return is very, very good. For 20 bucks, essentially you get what, about 16,000 diamonds, followed by the Noble Society. Especially with the perk levels, the higher the perk levels, and the redoing both of these cards, the Champions of Espria and the Twisted Bounties. They're redoing both those, so it's very, very, very good. Very good purchases. So depending what your monthly budget looks like, advancement rewards, again, priority, followed by the monthly cards. Very, very good for low spenders. Zephyriel isn't a waste. He's a beast in PvP and AE. Yes, I know he does well, board. I'm not going to attempt him because I don't think we're going to get anywhere near. We could actually wait till the very last day and see if we could get at least the 10 cards, or if we happen to pull within the next week some copies of him. But to take him to Ascended to get that would be, you're probably talking 500 bucks maybe. Maybe if I'm lucky with pulls to get copies of him. If not a little bit more, even buying the cards here. To get lucky with him, I think you'd probably have to drop at least a couple $100. Thoughts on Pippa? Does she fit an endgame? Pippa seems good. Pippa seems pretty broken, and where we've seen the most utility with Pippa is paired with Tassie. So essentially, they give you two slumber abilities, which are good if you're running them both. So I've ran them with a Wilder team, so essentially running Iran with Leica, and then Pippa with Tassie, and then either Saurus or Rowan as the fifth. But it did work really well because the majority of the time, if you can get the formation to go a little bit, slumber lasts a couple seconds. You can actually sleep the entire team while you burn a lot of the team down. There was a guide released by New White Sushi and Zephyriel's breakdown. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, board. I think Zephyriel's could be definitely useful in endgame. Again, you just kind of have to pick and choose your heroes. Out of Zephyriel and Lucreta, those are the two that we really looked at. Even when it comes to AE, because I don't have the mage tree right now, or the sorcery tree is not high leveled. I've seen a lot more utility out of Lucreta. So out of those two, Lucreta we built. Zephyriel we will in the future. I know there's going to be a time, especially just like Mizoth, there is going to be a time when we build these heroes as we continue to finish out pretty much the rest of them. We're only taking them to Ascended, and then we'll focus on another hero. Next one, of course, is Zorath, and we get Wukong out of the shop. We get Flora out of the shop, so we'll continue to build those all the way up. Yeah, Pippa and Namora, there you go. So the Trial of Gods, because you get double heals, absolutely hard to kill, especially with the double heals. Could you show us PvP? I don't really PvP. That's kind of the big thing with my PvP formations. I don't even know the last time that I changed this. So Sophia Iran combo we ran here. This was kind of the Damon team comp. Like I said, I couldn't even tell you the last time that I built this PvP comp. It's probably before these heroes were Ascended, I would assume. And it just kind of stays here. So again, I really don't PvP. I know we're pretty close, especially with the power we have. We could probably get up into the top 10, but I very, very rarely PvP. That's Orthos. Yes, Orthos I want to build. Orthos will be one in the future. I think I might have called them the wrong name. Rita's decent in AE. This new AE boss isn't that good for celerity outside of Cecilia Drez. Yeah, I've seen some pretty good damage with Lucreta, especially having her built. It seems pretty good. 9 months later on his birthday, almost 21. So that will just about do it, guys. I know we still do have some more campaign push, but we're at about an hour. We have enough diamonds here for the new summon. Welcome to the new sub Foxtrot. You think that Silas and Pharrell's enemy recovery rate can become negative if enemies will take? No, so we see the health recovery rate. We see the same thing. with Satrana. So Satrana actually completely built out, can take the health recovery rate to nothing. So they essentially, she's kind of broken right now, is from my understanding from reading it on Reddit, because she can take the enemy recovery rate to 0 with her abilities being fully built, which is kind of broken because there's nothing the enemies can do except sit and burn and die, which is interesting. I'm not sure if there's anything, but I don't think they would do the recovery rate would take damage from healing. I don't think it would. True, make some arena attacks. We can throw some arena attacks. Like I said, I just sit here for the arena attacks. Let's go here. I'll just stick with, I guess, the team we had in here. Even with my level, Damon right there. Damon Taylene, very, very strong. Last team, not too good. We can actually change up battle here. Let's see who we got, because I think this was even before we had Ainz and Albedo. I think this is before we had most of these heroes even in here. Let's see. This is pretty much the God tier comp. I mean, we're pretty close. Maybe we'll swap in. Can't use Albedo. We'll just go with Ainz. We'll let her run. Is it worth buying Albedo? I would, just for the fact, I would really look at getting Albedo free to play. If you're going one or the other hero, I would kind of go pick up one for the $15, get the other one free to play so you can kind of mitigate how many resources you're going to lose. But Albedo is good. Albedo is going to be good. Yes, it does take a pretty big investment, especially with furniture and signature items. But overall, I really do think it's a good investment. I love Ainz' ultimate ability. Such a cool effect. And Mahira has everyone attacking themselves. Seemed like they kind of bugged out there. So there we go. We're number 9. You should put Lucreta in one of those teams. Yeah, I can work on some teams. I can talk to Newton a little bit and kind of get, based on my heroes, what the team looks like. I feel like Satrana destroys my Iran. Yes, absolutely. Satrana, because of the little like AoE effect, especially if she has the aura from Sophia as well. Very, very tough. You can replace the third team with the Ainz comp. So our third team here, with we can do Ainz and Albedo, since they're both pretty close. Oh, we moved everybody. We're not going to be able to put... Oh, yeah, I mean, it's kind of blocking out everyone. So let's see. We'll do our regular Sophia, and then we'll go with Rowan on this one. We'll go with the regular team comp here. Next team. So who do we have? We can swap in. Arthur we can't use either. I love using Nakaruru. Nakaruru is very, very strong. Go with sort of the lockout team. We'll put Lucreta up front. But as you can see, we have quite a bit of a deficiency here. Again, I do not PvP. Just so you guys know, because you're like, yeah, that setup's probably not going to work. But we'll put in, thinking for support here, because Nara can grab Iran. We'll go, since she has the buff, we'll go with Nakaruru and we'll go with Ezio. Let's see how bad we get destroyed here. Your family's moving. Yeah, I know. They were going out to the door. I think they were getting packages. I seen my kids run by too. Next time you should get to the top 10 so we can do some LCT. I'll see. I'll try to get there. Like I said, I very, very rarely PvP. This is probably one of the first times in probably a month or two that I've actually made it. And the only reason I do well here is because of the level the heroes are on. I think that's really the big thing. Usually never use Ainz versus Iran. I thought about that, but I knew Nara was going to pull them in. Even there, I mean, Albedo lived, which was good. Looking at the damage here, Lucreta, almost 31 million damage. So Lucreta doing a lot of damage in that one. Here, all of it, Iran Leica, which is good. We need to build like his furniture. And of course, we didn't do anything there, so we lost that one. But we're at 8. So definitely doing pretty good. Got some more mercenaries to borrow. Again, I make sure they have their artifacts on there, which is good. Interesting to see the lockout shell with Rowan. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But guys, that will do it for Sunday's live stream. Thank you guys for joining me. Big shout out to Speedy for the super chat today. Very, very cool. Have a good day, Speedy. I'm actually going to hop off here. Got a couple things to take care of today. It's been raining and hailing and kind of crazy here today. So again, thank you guys for joining me for the live stream. We are over 13,000 subscribers on YouTube, so we are definitely growing the channel. Absolutely crazy how fast that it's going. Why aren't you building Isold to 9 of 9 plus 30? We will in the future. We've been kind of going back and forth with building Isold. His 3 of 3 does really well. The 9 of 9 I know is quite a bit of an investment, but does pretty good. A lot of times he'll kill the heroes before the healing essentially becomes active forever, which is cool. So we'll see. We'll build out a lot. We've been building heroes to 9 of 9 and then dropping them out to essentially swap in new heroes. Still have a ton of heroes to build, as you can see. Still have a ton of heroes. We just need food. So perhaps if they do a really big event, a holiday event, a Christmas event, we'll actually go for a lot of food. We could get an absolute crazy high amount of food depending on the event. So we might do that. We'll have to see exactly what the event brings, but red chests are still always the priority. So get ready, patch 1.51. Like I said, if Lilith stays true to their usually release schedule, it should be Tuesday. Tomorrow being Monday, usually we get the update. We get the information in the mail saying the patch is going to drop Tuesday. Normally it has been my Tuesday about 2 p.m., 3 p.m. that we've seen the patch drop. So it is coming pretty soon. We have a ton of Kelthars. We can almost take him to 5 stars when we get food from him, as well as a lot of other heroes. We have tons of Oscar copies. We have tons of Belinda copies. We have a lot of Verks. We have a lot of Anokis. Again, ton of Kelthars. Same with Thorin. Have a ton of Thorins. And of course, we have a lot of Almas here. Just a lot of heroes in general. A lot of heroes. But as we continue to build the heroes, as we build them, as we take them to 5 stars, swap them out of the list, the wish list, put new heroes in there, continuing to build them all to 5 stars. Essentially, we're going to get to a point where you start putting food into the wish list because of running out of heroes. So once you start getting heroes to 5 stars, especially just like Iran here at 5 stars, well, now this copy we are going to use as food. So we are building food even subconsciously because of the heroes we're getting that are already at 5 stars. So we'll be able to use that food to build up heroes as we continue to get more heroes to 5 stars. So definitely happy about the progression today. Very cool to see Lucretia. This is the first and only account that we've built her on. Pippa we already have at 1 star. So she is very cool. We got 6,000 Poe coins for getting her up to 1 star, which is good. We still have, I think, a month, almost like a month and a half to build out Pippa. Yep, 47 days, so about a month and a half. Get the rest of this loot, get some tree juice there, but this is really what we want, is the free red piece of furniture, which is very cool, just for building a hero, which Silas again coming out pretty soon. So thank you guys for joining me for the live stream tonight. Today, it is 2 o'clock here, just after 2 o'clock, so that will do it for us. Got a lot more content to cover, a lot more things coming up. I hope you guys are enjoying the Abyssal Expedition. It is very cool to check it out, to see. We'll be at the Prince title, so giving us 20 Stargazer cards, which are going to Orthos. All that we need, I think at this point I need a tier 8, and I believe that's it, and then we'll be done at that point. I need your help. I'm an AE level 5 celerity with level 5 relics still. Max, you need to put in support. So run 3 celerity heroes, run 2 support, which is kind of what you need. So having level 5 celerity, level 5 support substance. See you later, Nabil. will be very, very strong. You have to have support for the celerity. If you're here, if you run 5 celerity heroes in the Abyssal Expedition, they'll die before you can maximize the damage. So if you do have specific questions, thank you, Javid. Hit them up on Discord. A lot of players are in there. Sam's always on there. Javid's on there. Chris is on there. A lot of players in there. Minty as well, to answer questions that you might have about specific team comps or the Abyssal Expedition. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me today. Got a brand new, as you can see, a little different setup. I changed how it looks a little bit, got a different skin, got a different alerts. So that will do it for tonight. And as always, thank you guys for watching.